hope that you all have been doing really well. I know I didn't post a video last week, but I was actually on a trip with my family in Las Vegas, and then I was also up in Phoenix for a couple days as well. So, yeah, sorry I've missed a couple weeks here, but I'm going to be covering both topics. Last week's topic was about family acceptance, which is nice because I was actually just, as I said, on that trip with my family for 10 days. So, I initially was really weary about going because I don't always get along the greatest with my family, and since I moved out, which was over a year ago, I only really see them once a week. Sunday dinner is kind of just our thing, and obviously being together in close quarters, such as hotel rooms and driving in the vehicle and all that sort of stuff, is a whole lot different than just spending a couple hours together once a week. But the trip actually went really well, and my parents are really trying to be accepting and more inclusive, I suppose, because this time last year they really could not have cared less about my transition and what I was doing, whereas now they seem genuinely interested and want to know how things are coming along and what doctors I'm seeing and all that sort of stuff. And I know it's been difficult on my mom, so I just appreciate when she makes an effort, especially because she's still kind of in that grieving process, and I know she's having a hard time. So it means a lot that my mom is trying. And then so the trip and my family doing a whole lot better with things is obviously a highlight. And then, surprise, surprise, all of the lowlights are transition based, which is this week's topic. And this week's topic is what our transition means to us. So I saw the endocrinologist the day before I left for my trip, so on March 25th, and I was under the impression that that was going to be my T date because when I saw my gender therapist assistant back in November, she pretty much promised me that it would be quick, painless, in and out, and I would have my prescription that day. However, when I saw the endocrinologist, she had her own agenda and dragged the whole appointment out, kept saying that, oh yeah, we'll get you started on hormones soon, blah, blah, blah. But then at the very end of the appointment, she suggested that I call her in May so that I could come back in September. Which obviously is not soon. And then, by the way, I have to go 5 hours away for these appointments, so it's super inconvenient to have to go all that way, take a weekend off work, and do all that sort of stuff to just basically get told stuff that I could be told over the phone. But yeah, whatever. My town is actually so small that we don't have any sort of specialists like that, which is why I have to travel to these appointments and stuff. But yeah, so saw the gender therapist yesterday, and he pretty much told me the exact same thing as the endocrinologist did, and to just wait it out, see what she says, and that's really all he gave me. It's too late for me to be starting puberty blockers because I'm 19 now, and I've obviously already hit puberty. And yeah, that's all he gave me. It was the shortest appointment that I've ever had with him. I was only there for maybe 20 minutes. And yeah, he didn't give me much to go on at all. So I'm just trying to figure out where my head is at right now. I am trying really hard not to think about it and just, avoid it and that sort of stuff, which in a sense isn't very healthy either, but it's kind of the best I can do because, I mean, not everyone chooses to medically transition, but this is something that I've decided that I need to do for myself, and it's especially difficult when you see that light at the end of the tunnel. Then you get there, and you're so close, and all of a sudden these doors start closing on you. So it's disheartening to say the least, and so yeah, I mean, I guess in that sense I'm kind of struggling with things, and it's taking a little bit of a toll on my mental health, but I'm just trying my best, and, just doing what I can. My only option is to really wait, especially if I want to transition safely, and obviously that's what I aim to do. So, but yeah, I will see you guys next week, and we'll see where I'm at, and until that time, I hope that you guys have a much better last couple of weeks than I did. But yeah, so it's late here. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys.